Hi, this is Chef Remy. Today I'm bringing you chicken with broccoli. It's the second in a series of 20 Chinese dishes. Now we're going to need some tenderloin, chicken tenderloin. We'll need some bok choy, some scallions, some ginger, some garlic, some carrot, and some onion. And optionally, there's zucchini. Now here we also need sugar, we need chicken broth, we need dry sherry, and we need cornstarch. That's to make the white sauce with. Let's start out with half a cup of cut up scallions. Let's cut them up Chinese style like this, just like that, and put them into a little bowl and get them ready to go. And let's go on to the next vegetable. That of course is going to be garlic, lots of garlic. 4 cloves of garlic, mince it up real good and put it in a bowl. Here's the bok choy. You could use celery instead. We need 1 cup of the white part of the bok choy. Go ahead and save the green part for soups, and we do have a couple of recipes also that we'll need the green parts for. Put it in a bowl just like so. Okay, now here comes the broccoli floweretts. We're going to cut them off and get them ready. And the real big ones, we're going to cut them down a little bit more, and we're going to wind up with the stalk, which we're also going to slice up. Now here's one to give you an example. Let's go ahead and cut it in half. Okay, just like that, and put it all into 2 bowls. We need 2 bowls of it, just like that. Now the stalk, go ahead and just clip off those pieces like so, and then we're going to cut it Chinese style, which means like this, just like this, nice and thin, and go ahead and put them into a bowl as well, just like this. Okay, everything goes into bowls. Why? Because we're going to put all the bowls in the order in which they go into the wok. You'll see in a minute. Now here's your carrot. Make long pieces like this. Nice, long, thin pieces. Just like that. Okay, and of course we're going to put them into a bowl as well. And here's ginger. We're going to go ahead and take the skin off, and then we're going to cut it lengthwise one way and then lengthwise the other way, and then across. When you cut it across, you wind up with all these tiny little pieces, these little cubes. Alright, and we're going to measure off the 2 tablespoons of that. We're going to put that in a bowl. Here's water chestnuts. Try to buy the ones that are sliced. If not, you have to slice them yourself, just like I did there, and you put them in a bowl, just like that. We're getting there. See, all the work is up front because the cooking's only going to take a few minutes. Now here's our onion. We're going to cut both ends off like this, and then we're going to cut it in half across this way, and then we're going to peel the skin off, and then we're going to cut it a special way. You'll see right here how we're going to cut it. Very nice. And we're going to wind up with these little squares of onions. We have to pull all the squares apart so that they're all loose and not stuck together. You'll see in a minute. And we'll put them in bowls as well. Now there you go. See how we cut across like that? Separate them and put them in a bowl and get them ready. Actually, that's going to be the first thing that goes into the wok after the chicken when we start doing the vegetables. Now the chicken, it's better if you can get it frozen, and then it's much easier to cut when it's frozen or semi-frozen. And we want to cut it this way. But we want to wind up with these little kind of either strips or squares that are thin. Try to get them all uniformly thin, like so. See what I mean? All the work is up front. Just like so. And if you get 4 more extra guests, just cut it a little bit thinner and you'll have more. There you go. Now here's our trilogy. This goes into the wok first thing before the chicken. Okay, so that's your garlic, your scallions, and your ginger. This goes in after the chicken gets cooked. The onions, the carrot, and of course the bok choy. The last thing to go in is going to be your mushrooms. If you found mushrooms, canned mushrooms are okay. or fresh mushrooms. And there's your ginger that goes in last as well. And now we've got our floweretts ready and our stalks ready. And this is a lineup right here, just like that. Have that sitting on a table, ready to go when you get your wok ready. Everything happens real fast. And if you line it up like that, it'll be nice. Okay, so here we need the ingredients that we're going to make our sauce with. We're going to put them into this bowl that you see here. And by the way, this recipe is written for you at the end of this video. When the video ends, go ahead and read the recipe. It's got all the ingredients, all the measurements. Or you can go to my website and you can see it there as well. That's called thevideocook.com. Okay, so here we go. We get 2 tablespoons of peanut oil. Now you can use canola if you want to, but peanut oil has that certain scent and that taste that's just wonderful. Also, it has a high burn value. Canola does too. Okay, so what we want to do is get it as hot as possible. There's the kind of spatula that we have to have. It's special just for the wok. Okay, here we go. First thing. Oh, and by the way, have a little water ready. You'll see why in a minute. 1/3 cup of water. Alright, let's test it. If it sizzles like that, it's ready to go. Go ahead and put your ginger, your garlic, and your scallions. That goes in first, and only for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then begin putting your chicken pieces in. And if you have a lot of chicken pieces, then do it in 2 batches. That way it's not going to steam up on you if you put too much in there at one time. The whole idea is just keep swirling it around. Don't go answer the front door. Don't get on the cell phone. Stay with this because it's not that long a period of time. So what we want to do is get rid of the pink color and cook the chicken, not all the way, you know, because we have more cooking later on. But just go ahead and get rid of the pink color. And it's cooking with that ginger. It's just smelling up so good. Really, really nice. Have this bowl ready. And then have more peanut oil ready. 2 more tablespoons. We're going to need that after we take the chicken out. Okay, so it's partially cooked. We're going to take out the chicken. We're going to put it into this bowl and set it aside. Keep it warm. And here we go. 2 more tablespoons of peanut oil, and we're ready for our veggies now. Here comes the onions first, and we're going to throw in the bok choy and the carrot because they're thicker and they take longer to cook, so they have to go in first. Okay, keep swirling and swirling and swirling and stir frying and stir frying. You see. Now you notice that we're not using any soy sauce in this recipe. Okay, because we have a white sauce in this recipe. Now, if you want to go ahead and put in soy sauce, that's fine. Okay, just going to change it a little bit. But you'll notice a pattern when you start looking at the series of Chinese dishes that I'm doing. There's 20 of them. And so when we start doing the ones that have soy sauce, you'll see why. Like, for example, when we get into the lo meins. Okay, here comes the stalks of celery. And then finally we're going to put in our broccoli floweretts, and then we're going to put in 1/3 cup of water. It's going to go down to the bottom and it's going to start steaming everything up, and we'll want to cover it and let it steam for about 5 minutes. Okay, so here's the broccoli floweretts, the broccoli stalks. These are the veggies. If you want to put a whole lot more broccoli in there, that's fine. But put less carrots and maybe less onions. Okay, here we go. We're putting the water in now. That's going to go down to the bottom. It's going to start steaming. We cover it up and just wait around for 5 minutes. That's all. When you open it up, look how green everything turned out. See, the broccoli just got nice and green, and everything softened up really nice. And we're going to make a well now in the middle. So you push things up the side. There's still a little water in there, that's fine. Okay, and now we're going to whisk our white sauce that we mixed together. Okay, we whisk it and we pour it in there, and we're going to bring it to a boil. That's very important. It must come to a low boil. Okay, There you go. Just a low boil, not furious. I'm going to put a little bit more, not more, but put in more water chestnuts and mushrooms in there. Okay, now we're whisking and we're thickening up the sauce. And you don't have to get it very thick. Just get it started to get thick. And then go ahead and start coating everything with that thickening sauce. It's going to thicken up more all by itself. Okay, just go ahead and start coating everything. See, twirl it around like that, and it will all start glistening. And let me show you, okay, we've got a little bit more mushrooms now. And now watch this sauce. Now I'm going to pull the spatula up close to the camera so you can see the texture of the sauce. This is what we're looking for, like this, see, just like that. Okay, and we cover it up and we're going to get everything really hot, and let's go ahead and put it into a bowl and set it aside, and we're going to start plating. So we've reached the end of the line here. We've turned our stove off. Okay, chicken and broccoli, there you have it. Let's put it on a plate now with some white rice or some stir-fried rice. Will go very nicely. There you are. Chicken and broccoli, just like you find in the Chinese restaurants. Look up the recipe at the end of this video. Okay, and if you get a chance, please go on over to my website. You're going to see all these other recipes. So this is Chef Remy. Thanks for watching. And go to the website. There it is right there, thevideocook.com. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.